The other really cool thing we do is we build the emulator for device development. And so we've actually, based on customer feedback, we've gone back and re-architected the entire emulator for smart devices. We now, instead of having an emulator, which in the past ran x86 instructions, basically you had a device image that was compiled for x86 and you compiled your app for x86 and you tested it in our x86 emulator, we now build a completely dedicated ARM CPU emulator. So you can take your code directly from your smartphone, you can literally copy it from your smartphone into the emulator, and it'll just run because it's the same exact instruction set. So you get super high fidelity emulation, and it allows us to do things like we now do true rotation support. We have
Now, where do you run the emulator? On your desktop?
on your desktop,
Okay.
and it's exactly like a device because we're actually emulating an ARM CPU. We actually are certifying it just like a device gets certified to be compliant with ARM CPU instruction sets. We certify our emulator to pass all those same 14,000 or so ARM instruction sets. And it supports things like docking with ActiveSync because it's just like a device. You can cradle it with ActiveSync. It supports folder sharing with your desktop. So if you want to simulate an SD card or an MMC card, you can just tell the emulator, simulate this directory on my hard drive as if it's an SD card. We support very cool ways to save state and restore state to help you be more productive. Really, really neat stuff. And obviously skinning, just like we did in the past, and a bunch of cool features like that. So it's all about productivity. Device development really is come to be a first class.